What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another watch-along edition of the Smark Album at Smack Talk podcast, Fannounce Table. We, of course, are going to be checking out a wrestling event of a slightly different kind than we've done before, actually. And we are going to be providing our audio commentary track during this podcast for you to be listening to while you're watching that along. And we can't give you the actual video itself because that's a copyright problem, but it is a podcast that you accompany with the other thing. So we'll explain how all that works in a moment. But if you're brand new to this podcast, I am your host as always, Tony Mango, joined as always by Rob DeFelice.
Hey, everyone.
And Callum Wiggins.
Hello.
And the Fannounce Table is a subsection of here where we are doing our own little kind of fan tracks of sorts, if it's like Fanboys Anonymous. And for this one, originally we were going to go with the WWF King of the Ring 1996 pay-per-view. We've been doing a lot of like decade things based off of the number 6. We did our mock draft recently that Callum had set up of the rosters from 86, 96, 06, 2016, and 2026. We did our fantasy booking afterward, the matchmaker stuff, figured out our cards and all. And with King of the Ring being the thing that's happening right now, go back in time and talk about the one that was arguably the most important King of the Ring that we've ever had. And we had it all set up of the King of the Ring pay-per-view through Netflix and all. But yesterday, actually, and I didn't know about this until Rob brought it up, the WWE Vault YouTube channel put up a different video that is actually full tournament 1996 King of the Ring, Austin, Warrior, Vader, Triple H, and more vie for the crown. That's the official title that they have up currently. They could change it at any point. I don't know. But the link for it is actually what we're going to be using instead of watching the pay-per-view, partially because YouTube, it's free for everybody, so this is a little bit more accessible for everyone. And it's also the full tournament of the King of the Ring instead of just the semifinals and then other matches that are, you know, for the Intercontinental title, for the World title, all that good stuff. That in and of itself is a fun enough thing. And if there was a way for us to be like, okay, let's watch that and then also do that as like a dark cast or something like that, maybe we would do something around. If you're really, really interested in us watching those other matches, then maybe we'll do some kind of separate thing or whatever. But this felt like something a little bit different because this is watching something through the vault. And these are matches that I don't think any of us have seen some of these matches, actually. I know that I wouldn't have seen any of them except for if they would have been a part of some kind of like VHS collection, maybe. But even then, I don't remember for sure if I've even seen a VHS that's like the full King of the Ring or something along those lines. So, we'll get an honest reaction of whatever these matches are, because I couldn't even tell you what the first round matches and stuff are for this tournament. Off the top of my memory, the King of the Ring for 96 is essentially Steve Austin, Jake Roberts, and I don't really remember anything else. Then it's like Austin wins and, whatever. So this is a 2 hour, 28 minute, and 43 second watch along. And as I said before, you can't really just watch it on your screen right now with us because it's a copyright thing and I don't want to get sued into oblivion. But what you can do is you can sync up your time code. Now, it's very easy for this one. The time code is all zeroed out. You don't have to cut to a certain time and then kind of sync everything up that way. You just hit the play button on their YouTube Vault thing when we say play, when we give a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. I am watching this with ad block on, so keep in mind that as well. If your YouTube switches into an ad, pause us and come back when it comes afterward. Or you can just, watch this with, I don't know, revanced or whatever it is. Like it depends on what you want to do. If you're watching this on your phone, your TV, whatever it might be. You figure that out. It's all in your personal references. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what's, legal or whatever it might be. But that's how this is going to work for me, at least. And we're going to go through here. We're going to just, do our normal stuff. We're going to kind of shoot shit and make some jokes, react to these things, all that good stuff too. So we invite you to do the exact same thing in the comments section below. React to what we're reacting to, put your thoughts in about the 96 King of the Ring tournament, so on and so forth. Really quick before we get started, just to get it out of the way, remember that the Discord channel is also a great way for you to just chat it up and hang around with the community that we've got going on. So pop on over to that server there. Let me know what you think about the adjustments to the website and stuff that I've been doing lately. And I've been trying to add a little bit more to the Discord too. If you don't help support us, great ways for you to do that are the Patreon, the YouTube channel membership, the thanks button, pick up some merchandise on Redbubble or TeePublic. But even if you don't have the spare change, you want to just help us out, spread the word, hit the share button, hit the like button, hype us, pass us around, whatever way you can along those lines. So, yeah, I've got my time code all set up and ready to go. Remember, everybody, we will say 3, 2, 1, play. And then when we say play, that's when you hit play on the tournament thing on YouTube. Get the link up. You should see the link below. I'll put that up on the description of YouTube and on the website and everything. Before we just get started, let me just double check. But you guys both ready too?
Yep. Yeah.
Alrighty. So again, it'll be 3, 2, 1, play. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play. So we immediately start off with Goldust Sass. Okay. Just not anticipating that.
Why weren't you?
Goldust, IC champion. I mean, he defends on the pay-per-view against, what, Ahmed?
Yes.
The man they call the Warrior, as in the Ultimate Warrior. Not the man they call Vader?
Yeah, I think he was going to say that. And then he realized, wait.
96 is such a weird time for WWF. I mean, it's like hardcore my like beginning, not my beginning, because I've been a fan for years before that, but like this is where more conscious Tony is like, hell yeah, man, wrestling's the shit. Like leading from this era into the next one. But there's still a soft spot in my heart for things where it's like, yeah, I know Ultimate Warrior is not good, but man, he comes out here, he's got this going on, and a little kid me is just like, hell yeah, I like this action figure. And it's funny, they liked this type of setup with the Warrior mask pyro. They did the Sid one, they did the Diesel one.
They never did Diesel like that, though.
Didn't they? I thought that they had a Diesel version of that.
No, Diesel just had the quick burst of pyro that they kind of had for everybody back in the day. Like Diesel, Brett, and Sean, when they wanted to give them pyro, would just have the random bursts in the sky.
Who's the other one I'm thinking of then?
Well, okay, so you're thinking never mind, you were thinking of Nash. You're thinking of the little pyro that would shoot up, kind of, but it never like spelled out Diesel the way it spelled out Sid or did the Warriors.
I thought that there was another one other than Sid that was like that. I thought it was Diesel, but yeah. I know the Sid one was definitely one for sure.
In case you didn't pick it up, Jerry Lawler has already made the first, like, would Goldust be Queen of the Ring if he wins this tournament?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
This is not the Royal Rumble. This is not the King of the Ring tournament. That's the next year where Jerry Lawler absolutely has a tirade against Goldust where he says words we cannot say on this podcast.
Oh, is that the
yes,
when he's tossing out the flag
where he's calling his wife certain
Bundle
things
sticks.
And absolutely planting a flag in Goldust.
On paper, without realizing how this would not ever result in an actually good match because of Ultimate Warrior being the Ultimate Warrior, but like on paper, Ultimate Warrior versus Goldust makes sense. You know, they got a big former world champion, top name, colorful character babyface against a colorful character heel who's being very prominently featured and all. Like, yeah, it's just, you know, I'm sure that these punches are the best that it's going to get. Yeah.
Is this the second match they have where it's just like Goldust runs away and that's it? Like,
wasn't that most of like Warriors matches at this point?
yeah, he's such a weird anomaly. Like, going back to what Tony was saying, this is such a weird time because he doesn't fit here. He would fit in WCW with Hogan and Savage.
Yeah, he's just done like a few punches and then a couple of atomic drops, and then it's, this is so 80s against the heels.
Vince is he's complaining about the power stuff.
Yeah, because the night before was the in your house.
Beware a dog.
They were literally in the dark for 90% of it.
All right, Marlena's looking hot though. Like she's got that trashy kind of look on her. That's like, all right, I get it.
Rumor has it this is where Bill Clinton got the idea for the cigar.
That whole keeping the power on thing was wild that had happened back then. Closest thing we've gotten to it recently is when the AC went out the other day on Raw.
Did Goldust regularly unzip the suit at this point?
He did do it here and there though, because I remember that being kind of strange.
Isn't it? As Goldust,
pretty early, yeah. I mean, he was 95 when he was first starting with that gimmick, I think, right?
Because he had the backlog brawl in at WrestleMania 12, right?
Yeah,
he didn't.
So he was firmly established as Goldust by then.
Yeah. And he won the title from Razor, I think, soon after.
No, after the Backlog Brawl, it was a match with Warrior. And then it was The Undertaker at Beware of Dog.
Oh, yeah, one of the few times the Undertaker fought for the Intercontinental title.
For the longest time.
That one in particular, but he definitely had a casket match with Goldust for the Intercontinental title at one point, I think.
Yeah, that was the match in the dark. They had it, and then they would do it again the next night.
At least it's an Undertaker thing in the dark. You could say that he did it, Is that Vladimir?
Probably.
It went by way too fast for me to double check to see if that was Vladimir or not. What a slow third count there. 1, 2, and no.
Well, it's more just trying to get involved as to believe that Goldust almost got pinned by just being rammed into the post.
Yeah.
God. Again, it's I know wrestling's changed a lot since this, but this feels out of date even for this period of time.
But it's okay because the Warrior has the #1 selling comic book in the entire world, according to Vince.
Oh, is that the one where he raped Santa Claus?
I don't know, but I think about that every time I think of the Ultimate Warrior.
I don't think that was the one that was WWE folks. I'm pretty sure that's one that came afterwards, but still.
I don't know. You never know in WWE.
Are you saying Eric Bischoff was more in favor of the Ultimate Warrior doing that to Santa Claus?
The man who brought you Hog Wild was... How obnoxious would the crowd be for a match like this in 2026?
Oh, they'd be booing the shit out of this.
Oh, it would be hilarious.
I think it was some sort of tribute act thing. You'd have to sell this as a comedy match, even though they're not really doing anything that's comedy wise. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not good electric chair. It landed very badly on that one. And he's not even selling it. God, just walking away.
I never understood. There's Ahmed.
Look at. Not for nothing. I know it's the gimmick a little, but do we think the bulge was a little more pronounced? The Goldust is just wrestling with a bit of a chub. I can feel the Warrior.
It always stood out to
Ahmed's
me.
Gone. Yeah, entirely as well.
It always stood out to me when I was a kid. I was always just kind of like, "Yo, man, can you put that thing away for a little bit?" And then, of course, a couple of years later, he's got the whole artist formerly known as Goldust. Then you're just like, yeah, now you're steering into it. Now.
This must be the longest non-pay-per-view Warrior match of all time, and it feels like
this.
I know it's probably only been going like 5 minutes,
longer.
but it feels like it's been going on for years. So yeah, it's nearly 8. It's got going like 8, 9. Well, I say 8, 9 minutes. It was about 3 minutes with the entrances. At least that hasn't changed in today's WWE.
It is kind of surprising that the match isn't just over with him being like, hey, I'm going to walk and I don't want to, I'll get myself counted out.
No,
I would have thought that would have been the end of the match.
I wish that was how most Warrior matches went. The guy just walked out and said, yeah, I don't feel like it.
on second thought, I think I'll not bother.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? In December of '97, I don't know if you guys have seen this circulating Twitter. Vince offered Warrior a huge contract.
That doesn't surprise me.
Can you imagine Ultimate Warrior like in prime attitude
feuding with Austin for the title?
Yeah, like
Ultimate
Warrior Austin.
A Warrior against like Ministry Undertaker.
Yeah,
actually, Ministry's like later on. Actually, that was it's like early like Undertaker's heel turn stuff in.
We would have gotten such classics as Ultimate Warrior against Chains.
It's Golga.
Yeah, he would have been part of the oddities, maybe.
Ultimate
was he supposed to land on the chair, or did he just accidentally land on it?
I think that was accident. It did not seem like it was supposed to happen.
Because it seemed like he was supposed to get caught up in the ropes and he just laid his arms around it. Then it seemed like he was supposed to get caught on the other ropes and be hanging, and he just kind of let himself go. But then he was on the chair and it broke the chair. I don't know if that was supposed to be like, oh, and he hit the chair and it's technically not a DQ, but that's going to wear him out a little bit, or if he just kind of fucked up. And
I wonder if that's the end of the chair.
You mean like
they decided to get rid of the director's chair because Ultimate Warrior destroyed it?
It could be, though. I don't remember when they stopped doing it.
I would highly doubt it, but like
most likely they just got a new one.
Didn't they keep doing that until like I'm trying to think of when would be probably when Goldust turned babyface would probably when they stopped doing that.
What are we like? We're about 6 months from that.
Well, it's like the Triple H thing, isn't it? It's Triple H in China is the catalyst for the babyface turn, right?
I think it's at least by December, because by January he's a babyface beating with Hunter.
Yeah, because it's after Survivor Series, because they were on the same team, and I think they started getting each other's face about that.
Speaking of, even though it's King of the Ring that we're doing, Survivor Series used to be so much more fun. When it was just
I missed
a rare thing for people to be teaming up like that, instead of it becoming, people team up like that on every single episode of Raw. And then now we got to throw War Games in there because that's the only way we can make it interesting. And it's not Survivor Series anymore. And for that matter, all the people that say this, I agree. King of the Ring is better when it's a one-night pay-per-view. I understand spreading the tournament out. Like, I probably would do the same thing, to be perfectly honest. But at the same time, it doesn't have the same, cachet that it used to when it was just like one tournament. You can't do it with Queen and King.
93 through 95, they just do the one night tournament. And I like that a lot.
That'd be cool for like I don't say like it used to be like more of like a network exclusive thing, like that network exclusive King of the Ring, but just make it a whole pay-per-view or a big Saturday night's main event, or however you want to phrase it, just built around the King of the Ring tournament. Like no other matches, just the King of the Ring thing, and make that the big selling point of the show. But I've always feel like there's always I don't know whether it's true or not, but there's always a belief of like diminishing returns in terms of wrestlers coming out for second and third matches. Like the pop is never as big because you've already seen them there for the first time.
Yeah, and I guess there's only a certain amount of ways that you can actually book a tournament where it's not just repetitive, because it's like if you want to do the babyface goes the full way, then you most likely have them walk into the main event with they're all bandaged up and they get attacked after they beat somebody in round 3 or something, and they almost always do. We got to get a quick match in there, so something's got to be a squash, and yeah. But at the same time, there is more value to it in some ways than some other ones, and I'd be down for them experimenting.
But also, it's like with today's like modern matches, they've got to go a lot longer. They've got to wrestle a lot like harder and do more like flamboyant and athletic things. Like even back in like the early 2000s, you probably see a lot more matches that are going like the opening round matches would go like 5-6 minutes and then you just move on for it. Whereas that wouldn't fly nowadays with like the top or mid card level wrestlers you'd have in a King of the Ring style tournament.
Yeah, they'd be totally exhausted and beaten up, and so now we're just going back to the
we're just doing the same thing again.
Yeah, wait, what? I know. I'm like, wait, what?
I feel like I've seen
the same three. Yeah, I feel like I've seen the same 3 matches 3 times.
Are they both going to get counted out, and they're just both not going to be in the tournament? What is he doing? Yep, they both get counted out. Riveting.
The first match of the tournament, you just.
Riveting.
We wasted all that time for that finish.
Right. Why couldn't it have just been the previous time that Goldust ran away, that Ultimate Warrior did this?
Yeah, why'd you have to have Ahmed Johnson come out and do that?
Why didn't Ahmed come back?
Yeah, why was he just hanging around just to stop him? Yeah, to stop him from coming, like from running away again.
Just the one time, yeah.
Yeah, he's only a one-time use, like character. It's like those run-ins in like SmackDown video games or whatever. God, those kids must be so drunk.
These 2 kids are in their mid-50s and their life sucks now and all this.
Yeah.
Now it's the man they call Vader. Every match is the man they call Jake the Snake Roberts and the man they call, I wonder why Vince liked that phrase so much. The man they call Vader.
Because he wanted to be the Mastodon. But he was like, fine, I'll call him the man they call Vader.
In Hart and Country, get to see his strong suit, talking.
That's going to be... He's going to be the most entertaining thing in the match. You know that, right?
Well, yeah. But, look at Vader's got to work with in this one. He's got to work with Ahmed Johnson, so... Jim Cornette's out there. That could be entertaining.
Oh, Ahmed's in this match.
Sega Saturn advertisement.
With 3 32-bit processors.
The Sega Saturn Slam of the Week.
That rules.
Now we get the progressive bullshit. Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
What a maneuver. The belt's upside down, Diana.
Why did it end like that? Just her holding the title belt. The match was over. Like, that was the...
Big Red, okay. Hey, Got Milk?
Hey,
they got their Got Milk advertising campaign. What's going on at this point?
They got their advertisement money out of this, right? We're still getting these ads in fucking 2026.
No, now it would have been like, you're watching the Got Milk presented Money in the Bank ladder match.
The Sega Saturn Slam would be like a guest spot during the match itself. That it would just be like, let's cut away to that, do picture in picture.
I can only imagine there was a cutaway on screen there because they cut to something in the crowd doing something that wouldn't fly nowadays.
Probably. Did he just say live? Go live, see the match that would happen live?
No, because they're redoing the pay-per-view. It's live. They're letting you know it's a redo, but it's live. See, they're like, it's live. It's not because typically the encore presentation would be on Tuesday. We can't give you an encore presentation, so we're giving you a second live pay-per-view.
And we're going to redo the same thing. Everybody's going to do exactly the moves that they did the last time. They all agreed to allow the other person to win.
Nobody
this time
saw
you can see it. Yeah, this time you can see it.
It was a completely dark arena.
Oh my god, can we have some people that can move?
Vader can move.
He can still move a little bit.
He won't
it's the issue. It's like, I know that because I know now, like obviously, like 2020's Dustin Rhodes runs rings around like 90s Goldust, but like. I just feel like, yeah, I know Vader can move with the right opponent, but this is the wrong opponent for that. This is just a go. You know, this is Vince shouting into his earpiece saying like, "Oh, he's got to work like a big guy. He's got to work like a big man."
These two big bulls, like he said. The man they call Ahmed Johnson. We got young referee Mike Chioda, or the man they call Mike Chioda.
Mullet Chioda.
What happened there? Why was Ahmed stumbling over himself? By the way, this is your number 2 babyface for this summer.
Ahmed's such a great example of like, let's give this guy a big push for basically almost no reason, just because he's a big dude and like we think that could be marketable. And then by the time we realize like let's try to execute that, well, we're fucked, aren't we?
So Ahmed Johnson was a Bill Watts guy. During that like 3-week period that Bill Watts was the head booker of WWE in '95.
Oh,
Ahmed.
Vader.
Yeah, Vader just off his mask.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm seeing way too much of Ahmed Johnson's ass right now. Oh god, he's walking away now as well. Great. I didn't realize this is like everybody's signature move in this period of time.
Wait, they cut away. They come back to a replay.
No wonder they didn't air this on the pay-per-view. Everybody just fucking leaves. Is that just is that their equivalent back in '96 of when, for a good like decade plus, they were doing the whole thing of like every time we cut to a commercial break, somebody needs to throw the other person onto the outside, and we need to be like, so and so goes to the outside as SmackDown rolls on.
Yeah, well, they were they were doing
break.
Stuff like wasn't that a period of time where they were like every match was like 2 out of 3 falls because they ended a match and then had to do the second fall afterwards or something.
They did try to do that for a little bit, yeah. So maybe during this time frame, it was like, just get up and walk away, and then we'll cut to a break, and then...
Oh, God, that was terrible. What an awful
What a weak cover, too. Oh, my God, look at Owen looks like fucking Michael Douglas from Fallen.
Yeah.
Or Falling Down. That's what it is, right? Fallen's the Denzel Washington movie. The cast. I love that.
I feel like every single punch that Johnson's throwing is knocking Vader's mask all over the place. Which is quite a feat, because realistically, wrestling punches, you shouldn't actually be hitting the guy.
I mean, as far as like being safe and not striking your opponent.
Yeah.
Caribbean strap match as opposed to a Caribbean strap match.
As opposed to a regular strap match.
Yeah. Massive difference between the three of them, right?
As to a Caribbean match.
It's like, no, I want to have black and red gear. Jim Cornette's not around anymore? Did he live?
Leave? No, he left.
Yeah, he ran away. He got chased away. That's when...
I thought that he just came back.
The spot where they walked up the ramp?
No, he's too afraid. You can only go through the barrier once. Get off the...
But I mean, if Ahmed is the guardian of whether you can leave, according to the Goldust thing. Owen, unfortunately, I lost Emma Johnson and cheated.
You know what? It's his dry delivery that makes it funny.
Yeah, it's so much better that way. It's not he cheated. That guy, whatever. Not just I lost him because he cheated.
I lost my man. He cheated.
I mean, that's impressive being able to do that.
Yeah, that's a nice spot to have the big suplex thing.
Pop Dave Coulier in the crowd there.
Everywhere.
Speaking of just random comedians, I'm walking around my building 4 days ago, whatever it was, and I'm like, man, this person in front of me is just like not paying attention to where they're walking and whatever. Oh, it's Jeffrey Ross. Just like, you know.
Who's Jeffrey Ross?
A comedian for like roasts and stuff.
Ah.
I guess he was there to see like the Knicks or something.
New York that you're just like, Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I gotta like move Jeff Ross out of the way to get to pass this light kind of thing.
No.
Oh shit! Stop
That's like way too close. He's way too close.
Ugh.
So that's cool. See a big man do a moonsault like that.
Yeah, but I would have saved it for a bit of a bigger match, not the kind of matches. Probably
was that the first time he tried the moonsault in this? Oh, Cornette's back. Oh, he's
probably because they mentioned that it was the first time that Vader hit the Vader bomb was on Gorilla Monsoon.
Mm.
That mask won't stay on.
Oh no, now it's just Leon.
Oh my god, here comes this weird.
No, don't fuck my wife, no.
What do we do? Okay, so Owen's gonna.
See, that's really unrealistic because he'd want Ahmed to fuck his wife.
Goddamn,
motherfucker. It's one of the things that I mean, as much as Pritchard's impression is not on. It's not a legitimately exactly thing what Cornette is. His impression is so much more fun to do. So I'll find myself so frequently being like, like, oh, sweetie, can you hand me the salt or something? And then I'm just gonna be like, motherfucker. Better than Kelsey's nuts.
Oh my god, Justin Bradshaw.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw spinning around that fucking rope.
It's definitely on WWF Superstars. I can tell by the entryway.
Yeah, Superstars.
If you showed me back when, because I remember when Justin Hawk Bradshaw was first getting pushed, and I remember being like, I do not fucking like this guy. Like,
I had the toy of Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
Yeah, I had the toy too, and I was like, it was one of those toys where I was so disappointed that I couldn't get a better toy, because like I had been promised to get like a toy or something. Like I think it was like, like, hey, if you get like You get like honor roll or whatever on your next report card will get you another action figure, like one of those kind of things or something. And it was like by the time I went to the store, the only one that they had that I hadn't already had was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll get it just in case, whatever. But I was always just like, I can't dig this character. And if you go back and you say to young me in 96, yeah, this guy's going to still be doing like commentary in WWE in 2026. You're going to listen to him talk, and he's going to have been a former world champion, and he's going to go through all these other gimmicks. Poor dog's all scared as all hell.
Yeah,
why the fuck is that dog out there?
And like, he's going to be JBL. He's going to be a blackjack. He's going to be all these other things. I would not have believed a single bit of it. What's up with that woman trying to smack him as if he's a bad guy? Hillbilly Jim.
So, the incident that McMahon is referring to, after Ahmed was quote unquote knocked out by Owen Hart and the cast, they did a thing where he was being taken out on a gurney, and Goldust gave him mouth to mouth, and Vince McMahon said on commentary, "That's the most revolting thing I've ever seen in my life."
At least these two are actually doing something. Like they're locking up, but they actually look like they actually care about.
Yeah, I mean,
being aggressive.
Good wrestlers for their time, and JBL's, JBL.
It's all like again. It shows the change of things to be a point of at this stage he's like a kind of young, hungry, and like a sign of okay, this is a decent wrestler, just doesn't really have a good gimmick right now. And then by 2004, he's like one of the worst wrestlers on the roster, but
he's actually has a gimmick who needs to go away.
Yeah. There you go.
The revolving door of commentators on this too. Like,
I like it.
First up, we had what was it? Lawler and Vince. Then we had Owen in there. Now we got Perfect in there.
Now it's Vince, JR, and Perfect.
Could we have one without Vince, maybe?
It'll get there.
Just one,
maybe.
Yeah,
it's 96. He does a lot of the commentary.
I know.
I did used to like, admittedly, the branding iron. I thought that was kind of neat. Of course, you couldn't do it nowadays because back then you could get away with, oh, he branded him, and then we just never see it again, and, people are stupid. But as stupid as people are these days, at least they would be able to be like, all right, shouldn't he have that next week? The only person who seems to really care about that kind of continuity is Aleister Black with his eyeball.
No, you do an AI generated image of a branding on his ass. Oh my god!
What the?
Wait, why are they genuinely like two of the faster men on the roster?
Yeah. Hey, we went on a commercial break without it being that one of them had to just pretend like they were leaving.
Yeah, they did it right in the middle of a pinfall. Like they could have ended the match in theory.
That'd have been hilarious. Hank. Good old Hank is still limping. Hank Godwinn.
I was way too old when I realized it was Hog and Pig.
Yeah, it took me a while too.
I mean, I disagree with both those things, both of them being 6'6" and 300 pounds.
What do you think is the most ridiculous example of this guy's not that height, this guy's not that weight? Fucking stop lying.
He was supposed to be over like 500 pounds, wasn't he?
Who?
Crash Holly was supposed to be over £500.
Oh, they did that at one point? That was when I was watching.
He was a super heavyweight.
That was actually both Bob Holly and Crash Holly both did the gimmick of both being like much bigger, both coming out at a build weight which was much bigger than they actually were.
They were billed at 400 pounds each.
How?
Yeah, because Bob Holly got mad that the Big Show existed, and he was called the super heavyweight. And he's like, "Fuck you! I'm the super heavyweight. I'm the Big Shot." That was the thing. That was the thing.
How did Bob Holly not win a world title? Give that belt to Bob Holly, man.
They gave the Hulk belt plenty of times too.
Yeah. I'm sure if I was on the roster, I'd fucking hate him. But as an outsider, it's like, this is ridiculous. Give him a belt.
He had an idea.
Yeah. In some universe, he does get the belt and he beats everybody. And then we're probably not talking about WWF anymore.
The reversal suplex spot, we've already seen that. So
JR is in country for some reason right now.
It's all that hay hauling.
It's all that hay hauling, pig tossing.
Pig tossing? Like, who's picking up pigs and just hawking them like they're fucking softballs?
I think the real question we should be asking the real question we should be asking ourselves in this is which one of them is going to walk up the ramp first?
I'm assuming
they
Bradshaw.
Should actually be wrestlers, so neither apparently, because just did a high spot of a top rope shoulder block.
Well, the psychology's a bit off because like you did Henry O. Godwinn just did the suplex spots like supposedly turn momentum, and then it's followed immediately by Bradshaw diving off the top rope and hitting a move on him.
Everybody knows that when you get hit with something that hurts you really hard, you get more strength.
Another high spot coming up.
Hey, that's what New Japan is built on, really.
Yeah, right. Henry Godwinn, hammer away. He's gonna do something. Oh my God, what a maneuver!
This doesn't just feel like two guys just doing moves to each other rather than any real like storytelling.
Yeah.
Sort of
again,
match.
It's not the match you would expect from these two.
Well, at this stage in their careers, probably like. Oh, this is Bradshaw's first. Well, I guess was this before or after the Blackjacks?
Before.
It was way before.
Yeah, way before.
This is first.
He comes in as this.
Yes, this is his first gimmick, so he's just trying to get over in any way that he possibly can at the moment. So
he's just being Stan Hansen,
genuine look. Kinda. You know what I mean? Like it's probably his most genuine. Like I'm a wrestler. I'm just a big guy from Texas. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy how many people are like Bradshaw stuck around through multiple gimmicks because he was liked well enough by Vince and all. But I mean, it took him a long time before he got to a point where people like would give a shit. And you got to imagine like how many other people did they have for? They just went with the clothesline. That's right, the lariat thing. Yeah. How many people that could have maybe done something?
Did you say he just won by clothesline? Yeah, that's how Bradshaw's won every match ever.
I didn't think that he did just the clothesline back then, though. I thought that he eventually adopted. I thought he had a different finisher at first.
Oh shit! It's a superstar. Oh shit! It's Bob Holly.
Start your engines.
Oh, they said that Tabiosi's been forced out by Savio Vega and not bought by Ted Turner.
Hell yeah, show it. Hell yeah. I love that they're just beating each other's asses in the dark.
DiBiase's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm going to be at WCW.
No, I'm going to go be in the NWO.
I'm making so much more money.
Yeah.
I'm being high wrestling. No.
I'm so upset about this thing that I chose. So if somebody does say Bob Holly, do you think of a like the Crash Holly, hardcore Holly type era?
Oh yeah, definitely.
With
Bob
like
Holly.
the short blonde hair.
Yeah, definitely. That's the
Yeah,
one
I
I grew
definitely
up
think
with.
visually, I think hardcore Holly, but I also immediately think,
yeah, Bob Holly, start your engine. One fucking call on one Royal Rumble, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna stick there forever.
Dude, this is like it's very much with Sparkplug at this point in time. It's like this is a guy who doesn't know that he's bald already.
Yeah, I was just looking at that myself.
Like he's holding on to that hair desperately, not knowing that. Look at this. He's arguably a more bald man than Stone Cold is at this point, and he's got that much hair. And if you were to ask me which one is more bald, I would say Sparkplug.
Thurman is
Thurman.
Fuck ever thought Thurman is. Can you see that name on WrestleMania? Thurman.
But it's that they got it backwards, and it's supposed to be Sparky Thurman Plug.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm Thurman Sparky Plug. Call me STP.
TSP.
Is there any significance to number 15?
That's probably the actual car number he drove.
Yeah, probably is.
A WWF car for a bit.
You got two people in the crowd wearing their I'm assuming it's Burger King crowns. Never have you seen the champion and the challenger pinned at the same time?
Yeah, it was probably the first time they did that angle.
It is crazy when you go back and you watch some things back in like 90, 93, 95, 98, whatever it might be. Sometimes when you go back and you're like, how the hell had they not had a triple threat match by, 90 something or other? It just feels like it's so baked in at this point from so many years that have gone by that you're like, yeah, it's been around forever. Then you're like, oh, actually, they didn't ever do a 6-man tag up until, I don't know, whenever the first one was, but that's probably something that's like, wow, what a big thing we're going to do here. It's going to be 4-on-4 in like 97 or whatever.
I don't know what the first one, because I always associate like the origins of like triple threat matches with ECW with like the freeway dances. But I assume that probably some promotions just did it because like every single like current trope match type has its origins back in the like 60s, 70s, and 80s when they were just doing shit against the wall and just see what stuck.
And like in this era, Heyman and Cornette were booking the three-way dances. I think Cornette gets the credit for the name of like, I call this the triple threat, but they wouldn't start doing that until maybe the first one was this year. I think it was like Razor and Goldust might have been one of them, but like three-ways were not common in wrestling.
I always thought the first one was, but it probably wasn't. Was the but I imagine it wouldn't have been because of the fact that it was steel cage, but like Shamrock, Mankind, and Rock.
Might have been one of the first like major ones on TV though.
The furthest back that I can think of a 6-man tag is the Vader, Shawn, Ahmed, all that.
Those were definitely happening in the territory days.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they were big. Obviously, yeah, because she had like the Von Erichs and the
tag related.
You
stick a bunch of guys in a match.
But if it's just like we pick 6 of our guys that are in the main event scene and put them in there and do that, like that's the furthest back I can think of that.
They're big in like obviously like Mexican wrestling as well. Has always been big on like multi-man tag team matches as well. So
watching Austin wrestle before the neck break, he's so like jittery and so
much of a good wrestler,
like a flopping fish, that it like throws me off.
He just sells more. He moves around. He's so much leaner as well at this point. So I do always like think about how, like when WWF signed him to be the ringmaster and like be cornered by Ted DiBiase essentially to do most of his talking for him. It's like, did you ever you didn't watch anything he did in ECW then? Like you just didn't watch, or didn't care what he did in ECW because he had so much personality even in that short stint that he was in ECW, and he got over on his promo work because he barely wrestled in ECW. He got over on those like promo skits that he did, like mocking Eric Bischoff and begging him to go back to WCW. But like,
isn't it weird that both him and Foley were just like, I know the gimmick is I'll beg for my job back.
Well, that was the perfect thing. It's like, is that to be like a top heel in the company, all you had to do was say that you love WCW.
So, I looked up triple threats on Google. I found a house show from January 10th, 97, featuring an Intercontinental Championship triple threat. Get this. Triple H retains over Brett and Stone Cold. How much fun would that be to just look at? Like, and this card also features Michaels defeating Mankind in a non-title match. Also found evidence of it being there being a triple threat booked in 1953. So, as you would guess, they have done these kinds of matches just randomly way before the days of TV.
Well, yeah, so some sort of like, because you just wanted to do some sort of carny special attraction to try and get people in through the door at the territory. So yeah, I imagine they were just throwing. They probably did it like a couple of times and said, "Oh yeah, this doesn't work. This is a really weird way of approaching things," and went back to singles matches or tag matches. Oh, did Bob Holly come back?
He's got an idea. I wonder if this is going to be the debut of the Stunner.
I thought he was already using the Stunner when he first came in.
No, because he was using the $1 Million Dream because he was the
best
master.
I mean, when they start doing it, I don't remember them making like a big deal about it in like okay, it was this one pay-per-view, this one thing, that kind of thing. I think they just started doing it on like Superstars and all, right?
It's very depending on how they call it here, it could be the very first one.
But it's just like just one of those crazy things because it's such a basic move. But like, you can never imagine post neck break Austin taking a back body drop.
There's $1 Million Dream.
Oh, he's got a $1 Million Dream.
Oh, maybe he's now doing Stunner.
We'll have to see whether he passes out or not. It seems like he's going out.
That's that, yeah. So no Stunner yet. He was so young and vibrant and alive.
Yeah, we got old school Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh, that was Tristan Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything of Tristan Angels?
Yeah, I saw the Kevin Owens clip talking about him.
Kevin Owens.
I like him. He's got something to him.
Kevin Owens basically had a clip. I think it was on I guess it was on LFG, just basically saying, Tristan Angels is basically just completely ripped off the Triple H gimmick, the Hunter Hearst Helmsley gimmicks from 20 years ago. And he said, like, well, it's been over 20 years. Like, if you're going to rip off a gimmick, you might as well rip off that one. So,
I mean, this is 30 years ago. You can rip off.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just said that he's just completely ripping off like he's got nothing original to his gimmick. It is literally just a Hunter Hearst Helmsley cosplay.
You know,
And that's what Kevin Owens said. That's not what I said because I've never seen him, so I have no idea who he is. So.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? It's true, but like, we weren't meant to catalog everything that's ever happened ever, and how many of these gimmicks weren't just rip-offs of previous ones?
So, this is obviously interesting as well because like this was supposed to be the year that Helmsley was going to win the King of the Ring until the curtain call incident. So
it's supposed to be Triple H winning and then potentially challenging Shawn at SummerSlam.
Wildman Marc Mero.
The man they call Wildman Marc.
Yeah. Jake the Snake in this this get up to me is more often when somebody says picture Jake the Snake Roberts, I usually picture this.
For a while I did until I started watching more of Jake in his prime.
I kind of picture this outfit with him being like 21.
You want to play 21?
It's still always a bit of a trip to just see Triple H like this thin and wearing long tights as well.
Yeah, this is a different Triple H. Like these eras of Triple H from like this time frame versus the denim jacket, all super buff, and then the corporate one now. Totally different kind of vibes to them. Like that, I would think that they would be like different people even if I wasn't aware. Who was this girl again?
Jannetty.
Yeah. Triple H was always coming out with like different valets at this point in time, wasn't he? So
she didn't have a name, right? She's just whoever.
Jenny Lee, yeah.
Whoever Lawler's trying to hit on.
Oh, that's so sweet. You were paid $20 and you've never seen it.
Hunter's perfect. He's the man.
It's quite funny to like hear Vince like mock Triple H's appearance because like that's his future son-in-law.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine like for the rest of his life, he just your fucking nose, your nose.
Yeah, I imagine all of those like Christmas or Thanksgiving dinners where it's like, hey, old big nose, how you doing? Hey, rapist, what are you doing?
It's like gimmicky cards that you can give somebody where like you pull the bottom of it and like an origami thing, something pops out. It's like one of those things that pops up a big nose, and Vince is just like, I fucking got you.
Yeah.
I like that when Lawler was interviewing the girl, he's like, hey, you might need to go and help him. Are you afraid of snakes? And she goes, what? No, do I need to go help him? Like, is she waiting for her cue?
I hope they clued her in that she was going to be interviewed by him. It's not just him just shoving a microphone in her face. Like,
she didn't do that bad though for that split second.
They had gotten into the habit of having Lawler do this, but you're right. I don't know if that's Lawler just being like, I'm Lawler and I'm gonna try to talk to the girl.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I must gravitate towards tits.
Is that a woman? Like, yeah,
a woman?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, he's even creepier than Roger Moore at this point in time. So.
Listen, even Roger Moore got to a place where he was like,
I'm too old for this shit.
Look at all that empty space.
That kid is like, go beat up the old man. What the fuck?
Yeah. And Triple H looking at that guy and saying, people like you can't be world champion.
No. God, no.
MVP just liked this comment.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not putting Ahmed over in this match.
He recently came out and said Ahmed is the worst. Like, Ahmed working with Ahmed was the moment he went to Vince and was like, "I'm done with this punishment. Either start using me better, or I'm leaving."
Dude, I hesitate to think like a guy that like had that match with Ultimate Warrior, that was his breaking point.
I guess maybe he thought at least Ultimate Warrior is a former world champion, had like a big name.
Right.
Who the fuck is Ahmed?
Warrior look like $1 million, but at WrestleMania, but working with Ahmed and San Jose or whatever.
That having that snake in that bag is animal abuse, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard the horrible stories of what they did to the poor snakes? How many snakes he went through because they would just play ribs and lock them in a freezer or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I mean, look at what the dog was doing earlier, just by being out. Warrior's going to join us for a very special interview. Imagine if he was on commentary.
What?
Oh, they're setting up for a Lawler versus Warrior match.
No, but why did Vince phrase it? Warrior's going to fight crime next week when he gets his paws on you.
Is that saying that he's a criminal? I mean, it's true, but like, I didn't think they would admit to it on screen.
I mean, you're talking about the guy that did do the promo of "Come on out, you rapist."
So like... About one of the guys in the ring right now.
Jenny had nudged me here.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Like nudge as in she pushed you away to give herself some more room or something.
Yeah, nudged it as in I had my cock in her lap and she just pushed it away.
It just was there. I don't know.
Yeah,
these things happen.
It knows what it likes. It's got a mind of its own.
No, we're talking about the snake on the screen, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about the snake. All right.
He's like, Jenny, there's not just one Jake the Snake. There's Jerry the Snake Lawler. It's a king cobra.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's because the comic book thing. It's because the comic book thing. It's the same about Garfield and stuff.
Comic book.
Did he draw a warrior thing?
He does. He smashes a picture.
Oh yeah, he did do a caricature of him. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember that. That was that weird segment afterwards where he came out in a baseball cap, and it's like, oh god, what the hell is Warrior doing wearing a baseball cap?
He's wearing a baseball cap that says Destrucity. That's what they've been talking about on commentary. The word Destrucity, that it's not real.
It's real to Warrior.
Damn it.
Warrior's real to Warrior. He called himself that.
Oh, that's right. The name of this big yellow snake is Revelations because he's doing the whole I was saved. I'm sorry to anyone who might be religious listening to this, but in this case, it's legitimately a gimmick because, as we all know, Jake the Snake was not saved.
Oh, I was going to call that.
Well,
I want to talk to someone pretending to be Shawn Michaels. Oh god, billionaire Ted stuff.
There's a lot of bullshit that Eric Bischoff spews, but one thing that is not bullshit is Vince really wanted to pretend like Ted Turner was after him when it was just, no way. That's the end of the match. You went to commercial, showed me 2 ads for your hotline.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So, what the hell? doing? Why are they doing that? Missed the entire end of the match.
Admittedly, at least there's some variety to it instead of I absolutely hate how WWE is very much stuck in this mentality lately where they're like, we have to have person one comes out, we cut to a commercial break, we come back and have a backstage segment, and then person two comes out and then we do the match. They do it for like 75% of each fucking match on every Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Jenny's got like some presence to her. She's like reacting well and all. She's not sitting there completely like, I don't give a shit the way that a lot of other people did. A lot of celebrities and even were like just sitting there and like, don't talk to me, She's trying to get discovered.
Is he going to put the stank in his pants?
No, he's just going to do nothing with it.
Oh, Jack doesn't want that. Don't want that.
Yeah, I was worried because Triple H being in the doghouse, like that feels like a rip someone would do. Yeah, go ahead, stick your snake in his pants. Hey, Marty, how you doing?
Hey.
Why is he just laying down? Oh, okay.
But she is
before or after the brick.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I can think of when I see Marty Jannetty is like, but she is daughter.
Yeah, it's the two things now. It's I think that, and I think the brick thing. It's like, wait, so you killed somebody and you want to bang your daughter or something? Like, what an insult it is to call somebody a Jannetty of a tag team, and not even just because they're the weaker of the two of the tag teams,
Okay, so we've got Savio versus Marty, Yoko versus Owen, and Skip versus Wildman Marc Mero.
I thought it was like Skip Wildman. It's just like, okay, we'll just skip Wildman and then we'll move on to the next round.
You might as well. The fuck is Jannetty doing here? He's like, am I Savio? Is this Savio? I'm Savio. Savio Vega. It's another one of those.
I never noticed the similarities between Mike Myers and Marty Jannetty, but he's kind of like, I'm seeing a little Mike Myers in Marty right now.
Actually, you know what it would take for him to win this match then? $1 million. Oh, speaking of Mike Myers, God Shrek 5 looks awful.
Yeah. Guys, you don't need to reboot everything.
I still have never seen Shrek 2 onward. So I can't imagine a Shrek 5 being good.
Yeah.
I only saw Shrek 1 once, actually.
Shrek 2 is a good time. It's a very fun time.
Shrek 2 is probably the best.
You can miss everything else.
I think I saw Shrek the Third. I don't know. I never saw Shrek Forever After.
Shrek Forever After is better than Shrek the Third, but that's not saying much.
Interesting. I gotta watch all of them. There's also Toy Story 5 coming out.
Well, yeah, that's coming out in a couple of like a month or so.
Week, isn't it? Yeah. I didn't like Toy Story 4, and I don't know how I'm gonna react to this next one.
I'm a little bit hesitant about this Toy Story 5.
What
the fuck are you doing, Marty? What the fuck was that? Wow, what a rocker. Doing a little jig and then what the? Come on, Marty.
So is he a heel right now?
Yeah, he's being a heel. That's Marty.
He's playing heel for sure. I mean, he's either playing heel or he doesn't realize that he's fucking insufferable.
He doesn't realize he's there. He's just high off his head, like just fucking around. Took a few lines before coming out to the ring.
I'm disappointed. Speaking of Toy Story, I'm disappointed that I missed. There's an improv troupe in New York called Everything from Memory, where they just watch a movie once and then they try to, like, they pick names out of a hat to be like, okay, you're going to play this character, you're going to play this character, and they just try to do it entirely from memory, hence the name. They did Toy Story recently, and I wasn't able to see it, but I'm going to go on Thursday, and they're going to do Spider-Man. So I'm excited for that. But I'm sure that the Toy Story one was fucking riot, because I had only seen them do Shawshank, and Shawshank was fucking great. So,
oh, we're working here, baby. We're working. We're doing wind-up punches.
Savio Vega is an interesting character when it comes to like being a part of the company prior and then doing the Savio Vega thing instead and then giving him a legitimate push, but it not really ever going to the level that it potentially could have. Although also you could argue, even though it had some potential to go further, it also went further than it probably would have in any other era too. Like, there's an argument to be made that Savio could have won the Intercontinental title. And there's an argument that could be made that we would have had 3 matches with Savio and he could have gotten fired. It's both ways.
You know, I think he deserves a lot of credit for interacting with the crowd, even in this match. Like, you see him doing the different chants, trying to get them to call back to him, just to make sure they're awake. Because these crowds are not the crowds of 2026 where they want to be the stars. They're waiting to see the stars, and they're quite bored.
And they're quite bored. It's just funny. It's yeah, they're not popping like crazy for Marty. Jannetty doing his little jig in the ring. You know?
His little jig.
He's selling the ass.
Place, so.
Was he scared of the crowd there? Just pointing, lifting something up there.
We got to talk again about hell. Goldust with Ahmed being all like, not when you're unconscious.
Exactly when you give somebody mouth to mouth. What do you mean? You don't give somebody mouth to mouth when they're unconscious.
It's kind of like what it's for.
That's true. He does 5 matches that night.
Yeah. God, I feel bad for recalling any other member of a tag team at Jannetty.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So I mean, it's like it's way more of an insult than just you're not the most popular of the two. It's like,
and this is the perfect era to show that discrepancy because Michaels is champion.
Yeah, Michaels is champion. He's the most over person in the entire company. He's successful way past what anybody thought that the Rockers would have been, and Marty is out there wearing a shitty version of his old thing, being like, man, I can't even get some generic heat.
It's another classic Vinceism that doesn't get heralded as much. Forget about it.
Oh wow, the shaking. Oh my god, you're doing the jig thing again. Marty.
Doing the jig.
God, it's so lame. I know he's a heel, but like...
And land on your feet.
Realistically, if you have the creative control, if you have the benefit of hindsight, if you know everything you know in 2026, somebody tasks you, I'm going to send you back in time. You get to pick the era, and you're now on WWE Creative. Your task is to make a world champion out of Marty Jannetty. What do you do? I could only think of one scenario, and it's only it has to be he beats Sean for it and has some heel thing, and maybe you do like some quick thing like that or whatever. I'm like, I don't know if you could work with anything else.
if I have to make him world champion of WWE, I'm probably going back to like 93, which is probably the best year he's had, and giving him a quick run before Yokozuna squashes him.
I don't think that somebody that's a previous King of the Ring winner should be eligible to be in the tournament. They were talking about like Jade Cargill this week being like, oh, she's going to be the first 2-time ever Queen of the Ring. I don't think you should be eligible.
Well, now that it's for more than just a crown, I think it's okay.
Jesus Christ, is the ring big enough in this?
Yeah, Yoko is huge at this time frame. This is like the biggest that he gets, right? Around this time?
No,
yeah.
I
mean, it's the biggest that he gets in a WWF ring.
Yeah, because like he then goes on a mission to be like the biggest wrestler that he possibly can, like the biggest wrestler in history.
That's the bloodline.
Yeah.
If that's the bloodline, it's full of like his arteries must be pretty clogged.
Cholesterol.
Yeah.
No, because I know you're not watching TV. That was a huge chunk of Roman's promo on the most recent Raw, where he just was like, "Yeah, Yokozuna, that's the bloodline. Wild Samoans, that's the bloodline."
Did he say played out? That's the bloodline.
He did not. Although he did go on to say that there would be no bloodline if not for Jimmy Uso. Because he had to say something nice about Jimmy Uso.
Oh, well. Screw Jimmy Uso then.
Yeah, like the British Bulldog's going to be the one that takes the Undertaker out of all people.
Hey, you don't know.
Via the WWF studios.
Yeah, instead of saying we're going to stick them via satellite somewhere, they used to bother to tell you where they were.
Yeah, we pre-recorded this last week, and he's not showing up today, or some kind of thing like that.
We legitimately pre-recorded this in our studio, and we're going to tell you that. Like,
unbelievable punishment. It's like that's one of the secrets to the success of Owen Hart. What, kicking your opponent in the fucking head? Yeah, that's kind of part of what you do as, like, you know, you're in a fight.
Well, it's one of the ways to beat someone like Yokozuna, because we all know Samoans have very weak heads.
It is funny when you get like big dudes like that and they act like, wow, man, all you got to do is take out their leg and they're so susceptible to everything. And like, you know, whether you're a Braun Strowman or you're a Mark Henry or a Big Show or Yoko, it's like the same rule applies. I'm going to be the big tough guy that can no sell unless I'm going to act like every little punch from every little weakling is like actually legitimately knocking me out.
how awkward is it for Owen, all of his opponents ever, and just everyone, when no matter who he's wrestling, all the people are chanting is, "We want Brett." I
mean, it's got to be worse when you're Marty Jannetty and they're not chanting anything. They're not even chanting, "We want HBK" or something. They're just like,
no, it's like, "We want a refund. We want."
Marty Jannetty comes out to a match. No. We want Brett. And he's like, "That's not even my tag team partner. What the fuck?"
Oh,
ooh.
Feet on the ropes, Owen.
What a slow
count.
He
didn't even have any weight on his shoulders at all.
You see that nice pivot by Owen? He realized he couldn't get the second foot on the rope, so instead of struggling, he just lifted it in the air.
Yoko's all like, man, I'm upset that I am not what I was 3 years ago. I'm past the gimmick where they don't care anymore.
So you would just like, that was basically like the Finn Balor spot from the Roman Reigns match, where it's just like, I just fell off the ropes for no reason.
No, at least they had a reason for Yoko. It's too much weight.
Yeah, he's fat.
Ropes
Yeah,
couldn't hold him.
Imagine if we would have gotten Demon Yoko. Hey, the man they call Wild Man Marc Mero. The wild man they call Marc Mero. There you go.
He's the real entertainment.
Yeah. Pop goes so much bigger when
You know,
she comes out instead.
I understand that she.
Now it's the got milk commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Here's the right time to do this.
Speaking of Sable, look at these. You got milk. Where you
Got
saying,
silicone?
You don't know if I've got milk. She looks
look at
way
that
better.
shirt. That's very 90s.
She looks way better doing this than in any of the actual era, to me at least, where she was super like the hottest thing in the company.
No, this is kind of like her peak hotness right here.
I mean, but I think
and then they just started putting her in less and less, but like she was just like, you could tell that she was like really uncomfortable with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
just it just radiated through the screen. Shout
out to this kind of outfit, which is going to look good on most people, I think.
I wouldn't say on most people. But even still, this is like peak Sable. This is peak Marlena, I would say. And back in 96, still would pick Sunny.
And that's
I never fucking liked the Body Donnas.
So what? She moved on to was it Smoking Guns at this point, or was it? Yeah.
Sunny with the Smoking Guns was better than Sunny with the Body Donnas, I think.
Is that just because you like cowboys?
No, I don't like cowboys. I just didn't like the Body Donnas. It's more so it's good she got away from the Body Donnas. I like the Smoking Guns better.
It's good that she got away from her actual husband.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to, clearly.
Sometimes you do say things I'm sure WWE Creative actually said at one point.
Yeah. Let's get him away from that,
Look at him.
Imagine if they would have ran this match on that other show after the fucking Ultimate Warrior and Goldust one. Already, there's more that happened in this than anything that happened with the Ahmed Vader and all.
Well, he's a world man. He's going crazy in this one.
Actually, I think he has had better matches than most people give him credit for.
Dude, he's not perfect by any stretch of imagination, but I think he would. He looks like he would get on well in this kind of era a bit more. I think he's in the wrong era a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I've seen him have a good match with DDP. I've seen him have a good match with Hunter.
I don't think too many people have that handlebar mustache at this point.
In this era, no, I think that was actually pretty unique for him.
No, because I swear Ahmed Johnson has one at the moment as well.
He might.
He did. We watched it. Like, were you here? Like half an hour ago, whatever.
All right, I will admit I've already forgotten Ahmed Johnson's facial hair. I was too busy watching his amazing wrestling ability, Cal.
I'm sure. I have this feeling that Chris Candido would be saying like things like, "What do you think of that, Sonny?" When she's fucking Shawn Michaels in the locker room or something.
And like they really were into just put somebody else on commentary. Now we got Jake on commentary.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that's not a bad thing.
Quite a lot.
It's actually good. You're gonna fight the person next.
Yeah, not a bad thing at all.
Out there scouting.
They used to do that a lot more in this era because I always remember like especially during the Steve Austin like world title era, he was almost if he wasn't wrestling someone, he was almost always on commentary for like a number one contenders match or something of that ilk. Had the Rock on commentary a lot. Rock did commentary like during his matches, so.
Why are they talking about the Clintons?
Oh, okay. just talking about the steroid scandal.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, let's go.
Imagine that, he says.
Hold on. First of all, Vince is like talking about the Clintons being checked on by the FBI, and Barry's just like, "Hey, remember when you almost went to prison?"
Yeah, I have to imagine there'll be like you would have thought like Vince would now do some sort of reference to young children, young women.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
something.
say Vince would have probably been like, "Hey, remember that time that you were investigated?"
Like Jerry makes some sort of comment towards Stable. It says, "Isn't she a bit old for you, King?"
He's like, "We'll talk about it later."
Yeah.
Zig Ziglar.
Do you think at that moment a memory just clicked in Vince's head? It's just like I've got to remember that name for the future.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 years later, I can finally use it. This guy looks like a Ziggler. Oh yeah, that's not a great land.
Ooh.
No. Oh my god, that looked like
little exchange.
Those are two guys that think, oh, we're doing something really cool here, and then they're just getting everything wrong in the process of doing it.
He headbutted him right in the balls. Why was it not a DQ?
He just headbutted him in the balls, and like they went crazy about like one man touching another lips to another man. It's like surely.
Well, this
That's
is
disgusting.
an offensive maneuver, not the most revolting thing I've ever seen, Cal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
What a maneuver.
nice.
Oh.
On the knee. No, what I like about Sable is that she's actually like emoting.
Yeah.
And she's actually like getting involved in like showing concern to us. Whereas like I understand like Molina was just there to like look pretty, but like she just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, she just sort of like has the cigar in her mouth and stands there.
Yeah.
But Sable's actually trying to be like, come on, get up, you got to do this, you got to like that, trying to be.
I mean, things like type. Yeah, I know Jim Cornette obviously gets involved in a lot of stuff because like he was so good as a manager. But like we've had like Dutch Mantell and some other people as well, like Hillbilly Jim, and it's like they don't do anything; they're just standing there. It's just like,
well, that was always Cornette's gripe with all of it. Was like they didn't want managers to do anything; they just wanted them to be there.
That's dandruff. Yes, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke, Vince. That's a joke.
Well, Vince, everyone says it, and I don't understand why. Vince wanted everyone to believe that wasn't his real hair. Like he thought toupee jokes were so funny.
That doesn't surprise me. He thinks like loads of like banal shit is funny.
What? But why is the joke like, haha, I'm bald, but not really? Ha, so funny. What?
Oh, boxing background. Best pure striker in the WWF.
Yeah, Undertaker wasn't allowed to do that.
No,
Yeah, that
no,
was like
I took him like another 10 years, something like that.
one of the many like things that I just don't like about Michael Cole's commentary was always him talking about being the best pure striker in WWE. I say that all the time. Whoa! That's crazy how that sort of leap over the top. They've put in so much. Oh my god! What are you doing, guys?
There's not a whole lot of room between the railing, too.
No, not again! No, again! No! At least he landed on him this time.
Jesus Christ, that was one of the hardest bumps I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw myself at the ground, okay? Like,
I don't see wrestlers nowadays do moves like that where they just land straight on their back on the outside.
Oh, they're smarter than that now.
Yeah,
well, some of them are. Darby Allin will do it fucking tomorrow.
Oh, Darby Allin. Oh, yeah, Darby Allin is one guy that would do that, obviously. But like the rest of them, you know, they always try and land on their feet or put their hands out or something like that to try and break their fall.
Is he gonna hold on to the ropes? Nope.
No, he didn't land very well, I don't think, Mero. That's yeah, yeah. That's probably the best match we've seen so far.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Marc Mero gets a lot of shit for being a not good wrestler, but that was better than almost anything. This and Bradshaw against the Godwinn is the best match I've seen so far.
I quite liked like Jake versus Triple H until they just ended it immediately after a commercial break.
Bradshaw, why can't you wrestle on the pay-per-view?
So Justin Hawk Bradshaw here. Let's see how he can redeem himself.
Was the Goldust thing happening exclusively on Superstars?
And he's already got the knee brace. That Warrior comic book, that's the main thing going on in WWF right now.
Now they're selling it for free and stuff like that. They couldn't make any money off of it then.
It's clearly got to be like, hey, I will sign with you if you plug my comic book every 5 minutes.
Dude, like, how could he be dictating things like that to them after what he did previously?
Vince is desperate for stars and only wants to book what he knows.
I wonder who's going to win this match.
Yeah.
That's where you cut it off.
That really gets me pumping to see this match.
As a child, I felt ashamed. I mean, obviously, if you hear his real story, that he had a really rough childhood. But
I'd be interested in hearing the whole story, but it doesn't exactly get me like pumped up to watch this match.
Believe it or not, about meeting Goldust.
Goldust. He's fired up. So how are we feeling about the current King of the Ring tournament?
About what?
The current King of the Ring tournament.
I mean, it doesn't feel like a King of the Ring tournament to me. It feels like a generic number one contenders tournament. That's what I hate about this King of the Ring being an immediate, like, you just fight for a SummerSlam title shot and nothing afterward. I like my King of the Ring tournaments being to set up a gimmicky King of the Ring. I would much rather somebody win, like, if the option is going to be Obafemi challenges Roman Reigns at WrestleMania at SummerSlam, or Jey Uso challenges Cody Rhodes or whatever, I would much rather King of the Ring go to like Kit Wilson, and he's then King Kit Wilson. I'd get more out of that than just a number one contenders thing.
I would have to have Tristan Angels in his royal party, but I like it. I like where we're at. I think they have some fun potential scenarios arising, but ultimately I think it's going to be King Yeet Man, and I can see them having Uso be one of those who has his crown on, and he's making Jacob like fetch his crown and stuff like that. It's not what I would do, but you know, that's where they're at.
Talking a commentary about Brian Pillman signing with WWF, which is, you know, one of the funniest stories ever.
Working WCW, ECW, and WWE at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Pillman's definitely one of those what ifs. Couple things go differently. Who knows?
If that car accident doesn't happen, he's one of the most important wrestlers of the Attitude Era.
I love the fact that like they're talking about him being like a bit over the hill and a veteran and stuff like. He's 41 years old. He wouldn't even be like in the upper echelons of the main event of WWF these days for the age.
Royce Keys.
Yeah.
Hot young superstar LA Knight.
LA Knight, yeah.
Like
Damian Priest.
I have to attack him every podcast. Like Finn Balor's 45.
I know. It's ridiculous.
No, he's not. That's a very fit 310.
Yeah, it's funny. He's no more than like 260 at this point, probably.
In 1996, how old is Bradshaw here, guys? How do you think?
I'd say 26.
I'll go 28.
He's 29.
Hmm.
So he's sub 30 years old, and he'd been wrestling for several years at that point, doing stuff in Japan.
That's why he looks so polished then to a degree, is because he is like
he had done
from Japan.
He had done.
Well, that's why it's the Lariat as well, because I assume that's like a Stan Hansen thing.
He's just doing Stan Hansen.
Very Stan Hansen.
And he had an opponent who just put him away with the DDT.
I do miss when sometimes things could just be like, okay, like, wow, he hit him with a DDT and that's the end of it, instead of people could do like, wow, you did a DDT off the top of the arena into a chair, and people are like, that's a 2 count.
I think they're telling a bit of story with Jake, where it's like he's getting beaten for most of his matches, but he's winning out of nowhere with that DDT. Which I think is a fine enough story to tell with him.
Yeah.
It's like, we know that he's like one of the older guys in the tournament, so he's not going to be able to wrestle at the same level or to the same intensity as a lot of the other people in it. But he's got probably the best at this moment in time, the most deadly finishing move in wrestling. So. I think it's always better with these sort of especially tournaments where you're selling the journey of the wrestler going through it rather than
each particular match being the most amazing thing ever.
Oh yeah, well, no, even I mean, they can still have great matches, but it doesn't. I don't want them to always be coming into the 100%. That's what the story you should always tell during G1s and stuff like that as well, and especially during Continental Classics and stuff like that. Of course, you want to have great matches because that's what sells those tournaments in particular, but you should be carrying the effects of the match that you had the day or two prior to it or whatever, or the week earlier. Tell it as much it should always be a story of endurance as much of just who's the better wrestler.
Vega doesn't get enough credit as a really good opponent for Steve Austin.
Arguably, this could have been the finals in a different scenario and all too.
Yeah,
I'm sure that when they were planning King of the Ring tournaments in any fashion, they should be at the very least being going okay, ultimately, who do we want to win this one? Who do we want against in the finals? Then let's toss out a whole bunch of other names that we want to be in the tournament. Let's try to go around there, but you should be able to have different paths and different somebody should have been why don't we do this Jake Roberts thing, and another person should have said, well, wouldn't it make more sense if Savio is the guy that we're pushing, and we continue to tell that story between those two because we just had that strap match. And then somebody else should have been what's the positives of Owen, what's the positives of Yoko, all that stuff. But it's interesting to think about how this would have been Triple H. You talk about the whole curtain call thing, because in that parallel reality, who does Triple H beat in the finals? Who beats Austin in this tournament? Yeah.
I think the answer to both of those questions is probably Marc Mero.
I can see that.
The one thing about the whole King of the Ring always supposed to be Triple H. How do we get to Austin? You don't get to Austin 316 in any other way.
You mean how would we get to Austin 316 if it didn't do this? Or do you mean how did they just decide if we're not doing Triple H, we're going to do Austin, we're going to give it to him?
Yeah, but how do we get to Austin? You get to Austin 316 through the Roberts thing, because of the Bible stuff. So it has to be Roberts in the final for that to happen.
I imagine either way he would have gotten somewhere, because he probably would have been paired with Pillman to some degree. He would have fought Brett because Brett wanted to.
I find it odd as well that they were just doing advertising for a Jake Roberts versus Goldust match. I don't like that while Roberts is still actively in the King of the Ring tournament, he's also having other matches that don't involve the tournament like that. I feel like just that shouldn't happen. Oh, add that to the collection of moves that Austin would never take after breaking his neck.
Look at him. He
sells so much when he's a heel. he sells like crazy when he's a heel.
Too goofy, I would say. Like,
he is like
he's selling like he's like a fish out of water, like flopping around.
Because that's what he was done.
Yeah, he was like that when he was stunning Steve. He was always so over the top with his heel selling.
Which I guess, for a student of Ric Flair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ric Flair's done a lot of good for this business, but he's also done a lot of bad. And like, my admiration for him goes down further and further as years go by.
You either, what's the saying? You die a hero or live long enough to yourself become the villain?
He kind of lived the villain and died the villain. So. Like Austin's getting absolutely nothing in this match. He's getting his ass kicked from pillar to post by Savio Vega.
Jesus, he is bouncing around.
Just always raises the question, like, what if Los Boricuas got over? Could this have been a feud for the WWF Championship in like years' time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that somebody was pitching that and trying to be like, let's bring back that rivalry and have Austin up against all those, and then meanwhile somebody else is just like, yeah, but we don't even know their fucking names, we don't care about them.
Remember, Savio was a trusted enough worker that when Shawn Michaels went down, they had Vega fill in that spot in that no DQ main event in February before Mania.
Yeah, that's that 8-man tag, right, with DX, and
it goes from being the full DX to what would be the full DX, and then Savio.
Oh, nice cut there.
I always hated that spot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That could have been really bad for his leg there.
Yeah. I never really was a big fan of even when he lands it.
The only one that I see that like is absolutely excellent at doing that is was Mark Henry's one. So he just throws his whole body through the ropes while doing that sort of dive into it.
That's a good chop sound. Damn.
From what we've seen, like Austin's been on offense for about 10% of this match.
This might be the one where he gets the stunner. Because he didn't with Holly.
Yeah.
But I kind of vaguely remember he might hit the stunner on him. I mean, that's Savio's finisher right now, right? That spinning heel kick.
Yeah, but he's way too under the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, foot on the rope spot.
I mean, I know Austin wins, but it's still that was his finisher around that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him and Owen Hart were like doing that in like a lot of their matches. So
yeah, Owen definitely did a lot. Always was weird to me that Owen didn't have some other finisher. Yep, there you go. What a maneuver!
Oh, he got the what a maneuver treatment. Yeah, that was first. Yeah, that was very RKO style. It was very like he's getting his ass kicked out of nowhere. Here comes this move.
At this point in Stone Cold's career, what do you think the equivalent would be right now on the roster? Like, he's not won any mid-card title. He's not established this Stone Cold identity, but we're going to give him this run through this King of the Ring tournament and then he's going to start doing all that? Who would that be? Like, because to me, it's it's not Obafemi. He's already beaten Brock Lesnar and all. He's already been NXT champion. It's not Jey Uso. He's world champion. Whatever. I don't know if there's anybody that's even in this year's tournament.
Probably a Ricky Saints or an Ethan Page.
Yeah, maybe Saints might be the better one when it comes to that.
I think they're both too old.
Yeah.
Old Steve. Remember, Steve's had a full career.
Well, yeah, but Steve Austin at this point was still in probably is late 20s, early 30s at this point. Like Ricky Saints is I think on the wrong side of 35. Page has already had a full career in TNA and AEW.
So Austin's my age here, 32.
Yeah, he has had a decent run things through WCW and stuff. So it's not like he's young, but I don't know, he just feels a bit fresher than that. Probably because Saints has already gone through NXT as well, and so that's been NXT
really
they've both been NXT champions, so I don't think there's really anybody on the roster that is kind of at the same the same place that Austin is right now, where he's clearly someone that they hold a bit of value with, but haven't pushed at all to a high level. And this is the tournament they'll take him to that next level. I certainly don't see anybody on the roster outside of maybe Javon, but that's
Javon's much younger. It's a different vibe.
Yeah, and he's a babyface as well, so it's a different ilk to
legitimately
Austin.
How old is Powerhouse Hobbs?
I mean, we don't know.
He's 41, I think. 40. He's definitely in his 40s.
Maybe Trick Williams?
Maybe Trick, but he's been there for years as well.
True.
He's gone from babyface to heel, heel to babyface, back to heel, and then back to babyface. So I'd say I don't think there's even anybody maybe on the AEW roster that fits into that ilk either.
Nobody that I can think of at the very least, off the top of my head. And it's crazy how sometimes people could just be we bring them in, we immediately hotshot them, we immediately trust them, we give them the world. And other people could be you've been here for 17 years and we don't trust that you could be an Intercontinental Champion. And you're just really? Right, you fucking can't.
How old is Penta?
I think he's either late 30s or 40s. Because he's already had a very full career as well in Mexico, and I think Lucha Underground was nearly it was 10 over 10 years ago. Yeah. And even by that point, he was well established in the Mexican wrestling scene. So,
again, they're continuing the people in the commentary and all that works.
Yeah, get Austin on this.
I mean, this could have been a final if they wanted to give this to Wow Man. But
Vince knew what he was saying with that one, yeah.
What the fuck?
Said will Goldust have to eat a 15-foot python?
Eat a 15-foot python?
Yeah, when Goldust put a big snake in his mouth, Tony.
I mean, a 15-foot one. I mean, that's fucking talent.
Depends on the size of the snake. I mean, you can have tapeworms that long in your body.
Oh.
Insert some kind of gag reflex joke.
This dude has no like caution for his lower back.
No wonder within a year's time he's doing like the boxing thing.
Yeah. How legitimately injured was Owen Hart's arm at this point?
Probably not in the slightest bit.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think it was at all.
Not even for the first fight?
No.
I always assumed that he was at least a little bit injured, and then he was like, why don't I just do this gimmick? And then they were like, yeah, it's fun, let's just keep going. But it'd be funnier if he just had nothing wrong with his arm whatsoever, and he was just kind of like, I just kind of want to wear a cast.
I mean, that kind of fits into the Owen Hart, like, rib everybody MO, so.
Yeah. Man, he would have been fun on this main roster now. You take a prime Owen Hart, you put him in 2026, he would have been having some fucking fun.
I completely agree.
Fantasy draft. All these people that we've seen in this tournament, you take them exactly as they are right here. Like, so it's like Wild Man Marc Mero, for instance. It's old man Jake the Snake, but he's still wrestling. Which company are you putting them into to make them succeed the most?
Oh, I'd put Vader and Jake in AEW. I might keep Bradshaw and the Hogman where they are, because we're going to do. These two, I'm genuinely not sure, because Owen would probably do very well in AEW. But at the same time, WWE has the ties to Brett and stuff.
I'd put Warrior in TNA.
Oh, yeah.
NWA, probably.
I could see Warrior and TNA there being like, UK, they're giving him a big spot, and it's just not working. You know?
Yeah, this iteration of Goldust would probably still be in WWE at this point. Ahmed Johnson. TNA, maybe, yeah. Probably been a tag team with Moose or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Mero, I could see in AEW. I could see him in WWE.
I think he could work on either one, yeah.
Maybe NXT side of WWE.
Yeah. Bradshaw, I can't see anywhere other than WWE. So
it's hard to picture him being there, unless he would be a TNA guy, because he could be one of those, like, you know, where a little bit more down south, trying to get some, you know, something out of a guy that's not at that level yet. Because really, when you're getting to TNA, you're either old and washed up, or you're just like getting started and you're trying to make a mark.
Yeah, trying to make a mark. Yeah, to get into the higher promotions. I'd say, like, it might be controversial. I think this version of Austin would be better in AEW than WWE.
I could see it. It'd probably be the Tangales family.
Yeah, definitely. Hunter's better poised in WWE still. Jannetty can be in the, like, some rinky-dink indie promotion trying to recapture the glory days.
Marty Jannetty's still getting booked half-assed to lose in GCW or something.
Yeah. Oh, I think even GCW may want to turn his nose up at him. Yokozuna will be at the buffet.
That's not true. If we're putting him in 2026, wouldn't it just be like he would DoorDash KFC or something? They always said he liked the buckets of the chicken.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe he would be doing legitimate sumo now. Who knows?
That's true. You could.
Candido would be in AEW.
AEW, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no question about that. He'd be in AEW. Maybe even like ROH.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he might be more in the Ring of Honor side of things. Oh,
not bad. No,
yeah, nice pin. Yeah,
finisher.
Yeah.
Not bad. Pin finisher. A finisher.
knock him out with the cast.
Yeah, I to be fair, I was expecting more from that match considering who was involved.
Yeah, that could have been better. Then again, compared to the matches that we've gotten prior to this, it's still like, it was pretty good.
Oh, it's definitely in the top half. I was hoping for just a bit better because of just Owen's ability.
What a cast. I have to put the alleged injury. Just look at the
All right, so we're into King of the Ring now.
Yeah, now we're in the actual, they've got the cool crown. I forgot about that.
I like the crown. I don't know if I ever realized that. Is this the Hardy Boys or was that the year before?
I think it's the year before. Let's see. Yeah, that's not Hardy's.
That's on that.
Look at the difference too between I'm wearing my gear for the TV show versus I'm wearing my gear for the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, they do.
Even Sable's different.
Special tune up for that.
They're like, we just need to show you the last couple of seconds of that one. Are you going to show us the great clips of Ultimate Warrior and Goldust, for instance?
Well, assuming they're both not in the in the finals, I assume they'll avoid those. Oh, and Hart's on commentary as well.
He's like, I slipped. I wanted to shake his hand. The man. There's nothing wrong. It's a legal cast.
What?
What? What about the Alamo?
Yes. Well, you got to remember the Alamo, so that's the thing. You do with it. You always remember it. I mean, what a maneuver.
JR really trying hard to make this a sporting event.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Also, a history lesson, bringing out the fucking Alamo stuff.
Yeah. I like that. Owen rooting for Austin, which wouldn't last. I think like the guy sitting there doing commentary is the reason that he's the man that could have killed Austin's career before it reached its peak.
I mean, very nearly did.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Right, the butt of the jaw.
I never liked that phrase.
Butt jaw.
I never liked any of that stuff, like headbutt.
Yeah, headbutt.
You know, what do you mean headbutt? Cranium ass. You know.
Whoa, nice.
Oh yeah, we've got the little blimp.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like those little blimps.
Oh, thank God he didn't jump out the ring again.
He thought twice after he landed on his back that last time.
Yeah. Every time. He just landing on his back constantly.
Double feature is what they're calling it here.
I always like that name.
No picture in picture and all. I missed the pre-show being the free-for-all. To me, that was such a good name.
We have Marc Mero to thank for everything that will happen to Steve Austin in the future.
Everything that would happen with Steve Austin in the future, it says.
Yeah. Because we're going to see a moment in the match that would lead to Austin having to go to the hospital, which leads to the, hey, Jake cut a religious promo on you, say something, and then we get what we get.
We need to JR more of the commentary of more of these matches.
Yeah. That's the hard thing about like JR today. Or not today, but like the AEW run. Too much time had elapsed, and I think he wanted to try to do elements of this, but it came across as crotchety old man rather than, oh my god.
Oh, that was not a great Fez press there. I mean, in a way, it was really good because like it just like looked like he killed the guy, but in a way, that wasn't what it was intended. I don't think
that was maybe just because you would see him hit it so many times. That was maybe one of the more fun ones because it just looked so abnormal.
But he's showing more. He's showing more aspects of what I associate with the Stone Cold character now, like the stomping after doing that, the shaking the head afterwards. It's like, okay, he's starting to be a bit more like Stone Cold.
Giant crown, very cool.
Yeah, it's a nice crowd. Looks like
they're in Philly for this, right? Or where are they for this?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna Google real quick. They were in, never mind what I said, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Going for an old school test of strength.
Yeah, that felt very Stone Cold. The methodical stomp felt very Stone Cold.
Yeah. It's quite interesting to just watch at this stage of his career and just like him trying to figure this character out. Jesus Christ, he got nowhere near with those gut kicks.
Very Stone Cold there.
Yeah. Well, that's very like Royal Rumble 97 Stone Cold.
See, but he's feeling it now because he's told he's gonna win.
You think that was the difference?
Yeah, but it's like I'm gonna act with a little more swagger now because I know it's my night.
He does feel like he's gotten a bit more confidence and a bit more like, okay, I'm being backed here.
For many shows. Bullhead over here.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That haircut terrible.
I've seen Bullhead on a few shows.
Oh, he's like in a meme, isn't he? Of like a shot of him just like staring down the camera. It's like I can't remember what meme format it is, but I've definitely seen that face multiple times before. I assume it's from the show then.
Brock Lesnar guy, there's Vladimir, there's Bullhead Kid.
Yeah. Oh wow, he's targeting the back. Who'd have thought with Marc Mero?
He watched those matches. He saw him land on his spine.
He's the ringmaster, so.
I mean, why would you want to target his back? He can clearly just throw himself out to the back, out to the outside, and land on his back, and it's not going to hurt him. You got to target those legs.
Yeah, but if you target the legs, then Mero won't have the incentive to jump to the outside and break his back even more.
I always wonder where, like, you see this woman in the crowd. She's got a teal shirt on, blonde. I always wonder when there's like somebody sitting there and they kind of look a little bit like, not necessarily bored, but like she's not like reacting at all. For instance, she's just sort of watching. And I'm like, is she annoyed? Is she a super fan that's really locked in and is just like kind of staring because she's like really interested in the action? Or is she like, did she get dragged there by the person next to her? Like that's her kid. And she's like, I guess I'll watch this crap because my kid wants to watch it. And I'm like,
there are periods like when I've gone to like shows in the past where I just like I'm just sitting and watching the match and just applaud. I am actually like properly paying attention rather than like just going crazy or trying to make it all about me by making reactions to the camera or whatever.
Like, I don't know what I do when I'm at. I mean, like I'm always told I don't emote enough, so I'm assuming I'm more like that than I think that I am. But
in her case, it does look like that. Like that's her son sitting next to her, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was a case of like he's probably the bigger fan than she is. But like
she's having a conversation with him where she's like, well, did you enjoy the wrestling? And he's like, oh yeah, I love this, I love that, whatever. She's like, I like that. And then she picks one of them. Like, I like that Ultimate Warrior fella. That kind of thing.
I'm stuck on someone telling you don't emote enough. I feel like I want to say this person's never communicated with you, but then I'm worried that it might be your wife.
Oh, it's my wife. It's 100% my wife saying you don't emote enough. She's like, I'm not going to get a reaction out of you for this. And I'm like,
I feel like...
Walls of Jericho?
Yeah. Break the walls down. Jericho. Work on that back. But I'm pretty much like, yeah, I liked it a lot. It's like, why aren't you going nuts?
Has she heard you talk about a pointy gun barrel?
She actually did the other day. We were talking about, because I've been playing the Bond game and I mentioned about that, and she was like, oh my god, that fucking gun barrel.
See, that's emoting.
It's like, yeah, fucking gun barrel.
Beggars can't be choosers. You emoted.
I emote out of anger. That's what or not anger, frustration.
Oh. I think like Austin actually gets some offense into these matches now after the last two, where he's basically just there for most of the matches.
This feels more like a pay-per-view match.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Young Lions, Stone Cold here, Black Trunks, awesome crowd.
Look homely. The more that Sable can sit there and look homely as she's jiggling around. This bombshell is jiggling around in her leather fucking skin tight outfit. It's like, oh, what a homely woman there.
I certainly don't want to put this on all Canadians, but the dry humor of the Hart family is a special breed. Oh wait, here it comes. Here it comes. And busted lip, and Steve Austin's going to the hospital.
That's how you get it from that?
Yep.
What did he get caught with? Was it like the...
it was one of his boot getting caught there, yeah.
Like the little metal aglet or something?
I think it's just like his boot got caught his lip as he was going over into that pinfall, so...
Gonna do the military dream to him. Yep.
Oh, they cast. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know where he was going to pin him just there. I just said like that's just a version of the stunner.
A modified version of a finishing maneuver. It is weird to do that,
call of the Stone Cold Stunner?
I mean, it's just a jaw breaker. That's just what the Stone Cold Stunner is. So.
Even still, though, it looks so similar that like it's weird to do that. That would be like Shawn Michaels kicking somebody in a very sweet chin music way and being like, "Ah, it's not a super kick though."
See, that's the Marc Mero just doing his signature office. He just threw his back at Steve Austin.
Mero might have inspired Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I wonder if the back bump there is what led to the lip gushing.
Yeah, because now it's very much going now. So.
Back.
Oh, nice height on that one. This does
Solid
feel
move,
like
yeah.
This does feel like a more complete match because like you've had the heel get the heat for a while, and now the babyface makes a comeback. It's far more conventional than what we saw on a lot of the TV shows. Oh, is he gonna? Hey, caught him that time. That's fine.
Think about where we were at the time in WWE. That they didn't have medical staff that could just stitch him up. Let alone all the stuff they have now.
Oh, nice suicide dive there. Yeah, this Marc Mero could work in today's landscape. I'm very much okay with that now. Especially if he had Sable alongside him. Missile drop kick as well. You don't really see that many missile drop kicks these days.
Not as much, although I'm assuming that you see more of them in AEW.
No, it's like I don't recall many people doing the more traditional like torpedo style missile drop kick. I know Danielson used to do the big diving like 2 feet off drop kick, but I don't really see a lot of people do that style of drop kick anymore. And another one to the list of moves that Steve Austin would never do after breaking his neck.
Yeah. Typical Vince. 1-2 and he got him. I know he didn't.
But he's quite good as well because, like in this match, like Austin's kicked out of both moves that Mero used to beat other guys in the tournament. Whoa, nice.
That was pretty good.
That was his finisher in WCW.
Oh yeah, guillotining him. Yeah. Crowd is actually starting to get into this now, like this closing stretch.
Where is this on the card? This was the prior to this was.
Oh, he just said fuck you. No subtlety there.
Yeah. Prior to this, so this was the opening match of the show. Prior to this was a dark match of the Body Donnas with Cloudy. Man, that's a name I heard in a long fucking time. Beating the new rockers of Leaf Cassidy and Marty Jannetty. So, yeah, they needed to wake up.
That's the Body Donnas were babyfaces at this point then.
Yeah.
Cloudy. Goo. Never, ever liked the Body Donnas. I just couldn't connect with them. Either of them. whether they were the Body Donnas or outside of them. Any other gimmicks, any of them didn't work for me. Dun, 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 dun.
Chris Candido only really like clicked in ECW, really.
I don't think I've actually ever seen any of his ECW work.
It was all right. I mean, it's like of the time, and obviously a lot of his matches in ECW were kind of overshadowed by Sunny and her having a cat fight with either Dawn Marie or Francine or whoever else was managing the other wrestler. I think because Vader's only had one match so far, because he got by in the other one.
One of the few big men who could have worked multiple matches, and they were like, nah.
No, he must protect him. He should only be there for special occasions.
Man, they call
Vader
Vader.
lose every big match.
He's got the snake. What was the name of the snake again?
Damien, right?
Revelation.
Oh, that's Revelation at this point. Okay.
Yeah, how many Damiens did he go through?
I like that Vince just said, at 41, can he become king of the ring? Owen immediately. Let's get something straight. He's 51. It's
How effective is a DDT? Well, let's look at this recap. Much more effective than just leaving, like what Goldust and them would do. Always like Jake the Snake's theme.
Yeah.
Look at this pose. Why do we have to get a camera angle of his fucking gooch? And then you just, again, you tie the snake up, you throw it in a bag, leave it on the edge of the ring. Pure animal cruelty. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I like that crown that they're hanging up. I wish that they would do more shit like that. I get that they're not going to do it for, money reasons, because they're pinching pennies and trying to act like they're not making billions of dollars, but like, nice little atmosphere.
Well, the pay-per-view just doesn't exist anymore. It's now just it's just now part of Night of Champions, so it's like it doesn't just doesn't fit the occasion now.
Where's Bowl Kid again?
Oh, we'll see him again, I'm sure.
So we are.
That guy's got a ridiculous cowboy hat in the front row.
Yeah.
This is the penultimate match.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left in this for this whole tournament. As a tournament itself, not the best by any means.
It's hard. You have to judge it by. You can't judge it by modern wrestling standards.
Right. Back in '96, though, I mean, this was a big deal. This was, a lot of people in the crowd. The woman in the crowd, so she's all hyped up now.
Yeah, but she's happy. Yeah,
maybe she's like, I remember Jake the Snake. I'll root for him.
But I kind of feel like there's some people that I've been like impressed with on these shows so far. Like I've got a new appreciation for Marc Mero that I didn't have before this. Like I always thought he was a little bit of a, just like a guy that was there, but he's pretty cool for this period of time.
Yeah.
They clearly had good work. That was never the issue. The issue was just the fact that they just had very little star power, and there was a lot of their things just felt a bit like outdated compared to what WCW was doing at the time. Or was about to do with, should I say, with the Outsiders.
I do still think though that I missed the colorfulness where like you could look in the ring right now or in the previous match or in any of the other matches on this pay-per-view and you can distinctly tell the difference between these characters. And you might not if you're brand new to watching this, you might not necessarily remember everybody's names, but if somebody said, "What did you think about Wild Man Marc Mero?" and you were like, "Wait, which one was he again?" and you go, "Oh, the guy that was flipping around and he had the girl with him and whatever," you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I remember them." Nowadays it's just like, okay, what guy with a generic name wearing generic trunks having the same "I'm a wrestler" character? They all look the same, they all act the same. There's no difference between, and it's not even a matter of like there's no difference between Jimmy and Jay because they're twins, but it's like, what's the difference between fucking Miles Bourne in NXT and somebody like I don't know, Brooks Jensen? You know, they're just dudes.
That was so lame.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Crowd goes nuts for it.
That's crap.
If you're gonna do that, you got to do it in a way that Vader's on top, so that it looks like, oh no, Vader won, and then the referee's like, surprise, it's actually Jake.
Oh yeah, that one kid. No way. Jim Cornette blocking the referee. Fuck you. I don't even have my goddamn rubber space sandwich. Why is Jim Cornette doing like that though? Like he's like grinding them instead.
I can't tell if this is Cornette being Cornette or if it's like he hammed it up because it was WWE or some combination of both, but he's a giant cartoon here. Like,
yeah. He's earning his double R bar burger for later on.
But yeah, that's such a lame way to. I know you wanted Vader to get eliminated without actually having to properly lose to Jake Roberts, but surely there's a better way of doing it than this.
Yeah, because again, when that finish happens, it's usually with the babyface on top, so that like, oh no, the heel won, but this looked like Jake had him beat, but we're not going to pin Vader, so we're just going to say DQ.
Who was this dude with the glasses and the blonde hair?
Rene Goulet.
Wait, who is it?
Rene Goulet.
Okay, I always forget. And then every time he pops up in something, I'm like, wait a minute, what was his fucking name again?
With my useless WWE trivia, you'd think that I'd be able to like work there or something. You know?
I don't care if you know about the history.
I know
they don't know what they did the previous week. What are you talking about? And now we're gonna head into the finals. So it's wrapping up this tournament. Obviously, wrapping up this Fannounce Table. So if you haven't already left your comments below, go ahead and do that. Reminder for everybody out there, if you're following all of our stuff on amangotree.com or anthonymango.com, you'll find a link tree list, all that stuff. There's Brian Pillman.
Oh, an injured Brian Pillman.
I always thought their WWE TV relationship was weird. Oh, hey, look, it's the chair. So I guess they didn't get rid of the chair.
Yeah, it's got a new one.
I always thought their WWE TV relationship was weird because they were very similar in terms of character, like Loose Cannon, Stone Cold. But it was always positioned like Austin didn't want friends, which I think was a mistake for this one pairing with Pillman because they could have been a nice 1-2 punch.
You know what? It kind of gives me a little bit of vibes of, not obviously to the same extent, although we'll see. History will figure it out. Little bit of vibes of the Dogs, like a Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, David Finlay kind of thing.
A little bit. Like, they've gotten a little goofy with the 5-second pose stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the vibe of an unhinged Gabe Kidd, an unhinged David Finlay, and a ridiculous Clark Connors being goofy. I like that vibe.
Yeah, they're a bit over the top, but like I think it kind of works for them. Like Gabe Kidd just recently showed back up in New Japan, so
Gabe Kidd.
Gonna be in the G1.
Back and forth.
Is he
with like Kenny Omega?
Yeah, is he
knocking
employed
them?
by AEW or is he?
He's employed by
mutual
AEW, yeah,
account?
but he's just been injured for a while. But he's just going
They
back
got
to
drafted, didn't they?
he's just going back to New Japan to be part of the G1. So we can talk about on the hot tags, obviously.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we record that on Friday. Talk about whatever happens on NXT tonight. We got AEW tomorrow. Monday Night Raw was a show where almost nothing happened.
Hey, Eric Andre got attacked. That's like big name.
Eric Andre got his ass kicked.
Yeah, the first opening segment, one thing happened in there. There you go.
I liked the first 30 minutes with that and with the Danhausen Liv Morgan thing of
They cut the spoiler breakdown that they had more segments that they didn't air. There was supposed to be another Danhausen one with Dom and JD.
I think that would have been smart.
There was apparently supposed to be a Bailey and Lyra backstage segment too that they just cut.
They did tease it last week.
Do you think that Vince, at least Vince, I don't know about Triple H or booking now, but say Vince from a couple years ago before he got kicked out of the company, do you think he ever was just kind of God damn it, I wish I could just be booking the way that I did in the 80s? Or I wish it was as simple as the 90s and I didn't have to figure out all this kind of other kind of shit, and we could just tell people go out and figure it out in the ring, and we would just do it and nobody would care because we could just do the territories and house shows and
I think genuinely at that age he got to the point where he believed he was God, and he believed he believed he needed to do it, and he had to micromanage everybody because only he knew how to do it. You know what I mean? I think maybe 10 years before that, even 20, maybe he had those thoughts. But I think go ahead to go.
I was gonna say, I think everyone else had that kind of he had been I guess I wouldn't say brainwashed, but had grown into the general narrative around him that no one else could do professional wrestling other than Vince McMahon, because everyone else had died, every other promotion gone, and he was the only one that could make things work.
But do you think that if he had the option, if he liked it more when it was the say Ruthless Aggression era, or if he liked the presentation, that he could do more in the PG era, or if he was just man, it was so much simpler when we were just running these smaller venues and we had 2 hours of Raw and that was it, and
Well, everyone says if you follow the trail of superstars through the years, it's around 2006, 2007 where access to Vince becomes very limited and a rarity. Before that, it was you could talk to Vince. So I think once you cross that threshold, you get to the point where it's not what it used to be. I don't know if he would have preferred the 80s style, or if he felt like that was the wrestling and he enjoyed the more "Hey Bobby Lashley, pat your ass" stuff from 2022.
Oh,
setting up that DDT, people are going crazy.
Yeah. I'd say a bit of an unfair thing. Just have the WWE chairman or official, however you want to describe it at this point in time, just coming out to stop the heel from kicking his ass.
I can't tell if that was more to put Steve as anti-authority or more to give Jake the idea of saying no, I won't stop it.
I think it was more the latter. I think it was more of a case of like, oh, Austin's just beating the hell out of him. It's just like, just need to make Jake feel more.
There's Stunner.
And then, yeah, but then it just ends like immediately after that.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. I would have thought like you just like you have him go for the DDT. Austin hits him into the turnbuckle and then just immediately hits the stunner and it's over. But so, oh no, we're just going to have him beat him up for a while.
He would workshop this stunner the next like. Oh, they didn't even do the promo.
Wow, they just cut it. Wow. All right. Well, we didn't even get the opportunity to do the promo thing. I guess they were being literal and they said like a full tournament.
Yeah, it's only the matches. Yeah.
The end of the tournament. You know. All right. Well, I'll pause the time code. So yeah, I mean the promo. Everybody knows what happens in the promo. You know, I mean it's not all that surprising to be like, he says Stone Cold, Steve Austin 316 stuff, and then that's the end of it. Doc Hendricks is there. You know. Yeah, you know, as opposed to the 2026, the in-ring action is way better in 2026, obviously. And some of the booking is better in 2026. Some of it, I would think it's better in 96. Kind of 50-50 split a little bit.
I like seeing the different styles that they had at the time. Because remember, this is WWF in the doldrums. Razor's gone, Diesel's gone, Brett's on vacation. And you can't put Undertaker in this. Like, this was the best they had. And there were some okay matches, all things considered.
I think it started off very slowly with, like, I think the Goldust Warrior match was terrible. The Ahmed Johnson Vader match wasn't much better than that. There were some really, like, bad matches. But there were also some I would say, like, great matches, but certainly some good matches sprinkled into that and some good performances throughout as well. I say it makes me want to see some more matches from certain people like Marc Mero, Owen Hart, people of that ilk from this period of time that I haven't watched a huge amount of, just to see if like, because I kind of get the sense of like having watched the Mero ones, because the Mero match with Austin was good and so was the match with Skip. The Owen Hart one was a little bit disappointing, so I kind of don't want to know. I don't know whether this was the norm for him or whether it was a bit like this was just a bit of a flash in the pan moment, because I've never really heard great things about Mero as a performer, but like it was nice to see. But yeah, and I think they told a good story with Jake throughout the tournament of like him being, you know, so much, well, significantly older than most of the guys in the tournament and having to work his way through it and just getting through it through like flash pins or moments of just fleeting moments of quality rather than being able to match up to the younger generation in terms of like their intensity or speed. So yeah, I think that there's good storytelling going on in a lot of these aspects. Just the match in ring quality isn't at the level that it is today. So I think you could pair it right now, like considering like comparing it to this year's like King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, like the fact they both start with Fatal 4-Ways.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Fatal 4-Ways all the way through, isn't it?
Well, it's Fatal 4-Ways until obviously the semi-finals and then the final, and then it's like, well, then you just have two matches. Well, I say technically it's like four matches and then the finals, but yeah, it's like well, yeah, actually, it's only two matches and then the finals. So it's only a semi-finals and a final, and then you just
Fatal 4-Ways, then semi-final and final. Yeah,
so it's like it's a very just condensed. Yeah, I don't like the approach they do with the multi, but they do these things all the time now in WWE. Like, there's so many multi-man or multi-woman qualifying matches. Like, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure like all the qualifiers for like Elimination Chamber were triple threats or Fatal 4-Way matches.
Yeah, they did the same for like crowning the women's Intercontinental and United States Championships.
Yeah.
You know. Triple H likes a 3-way or a 4-way for the first round of something for sure. I guess it's their way of like getting people in there. Maybe that's yeah. Maybe it's just a means to get people involved and then not have to have them take a pin, so that way everybody goes into it just being like, well, we don't know who's going to win until we get to the second round at least. But even then, they do some surprises here and there. Like, you know, I was not at all thinking Javon Evans would win that Fatal 4-Way, for instance, but. Still not my favorite type of King of the Ring. My ideal King of the Ring scenario would be you have a one-night tournament, you give it to somebody who could have the King gimmick, not just, I won a tournament and I'm going to be a number one contender going forward. It doesn't matter.
I understand why they don't do what I'm about to suggest, but because I'd like to see that one night tournament concept, I also wish it wasn't just like, you got to do a King and a Queen same time of the year. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be cooler if, like, the women got the Queen's Crown tournament and the men got Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if every year you have to just have the exact same setup.
Every year there's a King and Queen of the Ring. Every year there's some Money in the Bank for both. Yeah, maybe this year we have an idea for Money in the Bank, so we do Money in the Bank. That kind of thing.
Yeah, like this year we have an idea for the women in Money in the Bank, so it's a women's Money in the Bank, and the men don't need it because we're booking towards Roman Oba, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I think you can spread the love and do different ideas instead of just, nope, everything is a one-of-one copy.
Well, eventually when we have our 2-night King and Queen of the Ring separate double pay-per-view thing, like the way they're doing with everything else, you'll end up getting the best of those worlds too. Yeah. I mean, all things considered, that's the 1996 King of the Ring tournament. Good that the Vault put it up there. And, if you'd like to see more content like that going forward, you let us know. If you are more akin to the idea of like the pay-per-views, like we're actually planning on doing before the Vault thing, then let us know that too. If you prefer the pay-per-views, then we'll try to do the pay-per-views instead going forward. But if the Vault stuff works better for you, then that's also a really good option because YouTube is, it's free for everybody. I already mentioned all about the plug stuff that I've got on my end. So follow us on all those things. Stay tuned for a future Darkcast as well. Right now, it's kind of looking like we'll probably do TNA Slammiversary. What was it, 2006? You said King of the Mountain?
2006. That match.
Maybe record that tomorrow if you guys are free. And maybe post that up tomorrow. Follow all the things I mentioned before, though, the Linktree stuff. And make sure that you're following Rob and Callum, too.
Yep, you can follow me everywhere at Dude Fleece, and you should check out InsiderGaming.com. I do want to give a shout out to the WWE Vault, which I think is generally one of the better things WWE is doing in terms of content overall. And hopefully we get to explore this more. But check out what Callum's got going on as well.
Yep, you can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky Weekmaster 14. Check out the Power Rankings every Saturday over on smark.com, where I rank the WWE superstars based on their previous week's performances. And you can also check out the WWE Fantasy League, also at wwefantasyleague.com, or via through Smark Moment. See how our rosters are doing as we head closer towards our next stopping point with Night of Champions. So follow all that good stuff there.
And that'll do us in for this Fannounce Table. So thank you for checking this out. Go back and check out some previous Fannounce Tables in the past. We've been doing them for years and years and years. So there's plenty of a backlog of those if you're interested in watching old events, whether it's King of the Ring. We've done some King of the Rings before. We've done lots of Royal Rumbles. We do pretty much at least one of them a year. A lot of Elimination Chamber and Money in the Bank type stuff too. And some full pay-per-views and some very random things too. So go back and check out the backlog of that. And stay tuned for the thing that's coming up next, which is either going to be the Darkcast or the Hot Tags. Either way, we will hope that we will see you there. But for now, this has been another Smart Guy moment, and we're being counted out.